How's it going, everybody? Artorigold and Clad2 here with LFG Gundam Evolution, and we have Mahiroo. I don't know if I am pronouncing that correctly. Hopefully I am. One of the newest units here, we have a mid-range 800 HP 2-dash limit. So we have a very squishy hero, very similar to Unicorn that we've already covered. So let's go ahead and dive into it, Clad. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's see it.
All right. So we have here, as we've already discussed, very squishy, very vulnerable, so I'm expecting big damage. Let's go ahead and look at the weapons. The main weapon. We have a grenade launcher with 3 shots. Not a lot of shots, but I imagine this looks like it does a lot of damage. We have a main action and actually a sub-action. So the main action is it can bounce off walls. The grenades explode after a short delay, or whenever it contacts with an enemy. Already Junkrat vibes, obviously. And then we have the sub-action, which I imagine is the right-click. You steady the weapon to increase the rate of fire. Let's watch a video to notice the difference here. So that's the regular one, I'm guessing. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there it is. That shoots way faster.
Yeah, that's
way
an insane
faster.
amount of damage.
Wow. That shoots so much faster when you right-click. Is there any reason not to right-click? You just shoot faster, right?
Turn faster, maybe. I mean, like, it's probably just a movement thing.
Does so much damage. Already, you can just tell, just on certain choke points, this is going to be a menace to deal with. And you could probably just blow up shields pretty easily, any shield character. Let's save the ult for last. Let's look at the first skill. So you have forward flip kick, a melee strike that lashes out in front of the unit, can be re-aimed by bouncing off the target or a wall. So it looks like it's a dash forward that goes a very small amount. 6-second cooldown, very short cooldown, but the main...
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like the main part of it is you want to hit something, and then it bounces you backwards, so it's a disengage.
I bet you could do some crazy tech with this.
Yeah, if you're able to do it off the walls.
Something out.
Yeah, I mean, normally you would probably want to do this against people that are coming after you, like Barb or Exia. Hit them,
well,
bounce back.
I know
like
there's a tech in Apex where you can actually get some movement speed from sliding or various way. I don't know exactly how it works.
Right. I know what you're talking
wall
about.
bounce and actually use that to maneuver and get towards people. I imagine the same concept could be applied here.
Yeah, you could probably use one of your dash meter and then do this, and then do another dash meter, and then since it's like a 6-second cooldown, you have a bit of a like a little bit of leeway there. Ultimately, it's a very interesting ability to give to a Junkrat-like character. It's a very short cooldown. I'm actually thinking that cooldown is too short. I think 6 seconds is actually too short for an escape ability. The damage, I think there's a little bit of damage there, but it's pretty minimal. You don't want to be using that aggressively.
I feel like the timing of that, they're going to definitely increase the cooldown of that for sure.
Yeah,
because that's going to be just spammed nonstop.
Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. Well, let's go ahead and go into the next ability. This one is pretty cool. I like this one. This is a crazy name for it, too. Let's just watch it real quickly. Look at it. Look at this. Look at the targeting mechanic. It goes anywhere. Anywhere on the map. You use it, and then boom. So what you have here is toroidal shield with internal mega particle cannon. Crazy name.
That's a lot.
Active.
Yeah.
Pinpoint a target location and unleash a barrage from the thing that we just said. Main action. This fires a laser beam. Let's just call it a laser. It shoots a laser on the ground, and then after a very short delay, its shells will blast the area, damaging and stunning all nearby units. We have a AoE stun ability that you can place on the ground.
Kind of hard to hit.
Look at the damage. I think the damage is massive. Did you see the damage on them? I think in this game, it would be very hard to land this ability because of dash. But look at the damage. That's like half.
Oh yeah,
I think that's 400. If that's Gundam Unicorn, and he has 800 health, and that was half That's 400 damage right there. That's a lot. So yeah, this ability, all around, extremely good. But against good players, they'll be able to dash away from this. There's no excuse to get it. Like, you should not be getting hit by this ability. I think you could maybe get a ton of ult charge early in the game if you shoot this at a gate, depending on how long the range is on this ability. Obviously, you can use this on a choke point. Anybody trying to go on the King of the Hill maps, this would be really good on there. I think this character speaks just like King of the Hill, because you can just shoot at that small little objective, shoot this in there, stun, do tons of damage. I mean, this character is nuts on that map. This ability is really good, but I think against good players, it's bad. But against bad players, it's OP. Right? Like, this is going to be...
definitely a tough skill shot to hit, for sure.
I think so. If you're against good players...
which is good if it... like, stuns should be harder to hit.
Exactly. I wonder if there are some cheesy ways you can put this on the ceiling or, you know, the side of the wall to hit people behind them so they don't see it. Then kind of hit them from where they're in their blind spot.
Flying and you put it on the ceiling to hit them.
Yeah. You could use this on Zakuto melee right when he comes out of the invulnerable state. Then bam, he gets stunned.
That's true.
You could do that. There might be some other things. What else could you do? I guess you could do it on a shield character because they can't really get away, and then they can just, and then the shield goes away. I don't think it could be used against any other character. I can't think of any, like, standstill character.
Sniper,
maybe if turn A is trying to do his little toss move on you, you can maybe do it against that.
Somebody is shielding, you might be able to catch him.
Res? This could deny a res.
Oh, that is also true.
That would actually be the primary way I would probably use it, is just... if I don't have time to use it, like, to kill a rezzed unit, I could throw that on there, and then if they try to go for the res, then they're probably fucked, right? Like, that's probably the best way to do it. All around, I do like this ability. Even though I hate stuns, I think this is pretty balanced, because you can just dash away from it most of the time.
Definitely.
It's a zoning tool. You could use it to help you maybe even lead shots with your left click, because you know what way they're going to move. But yeah, let's move on to the next ability. We have the Sensor. Use the Sensor Dome in front of you. Basically Bloodhound from Apex Legends, right? You scan, it penetrates through walls and sees people, but it only gets revealed to you, not to your team. So I don't think it's too broken. Okay. This is great to find Barbatos, wherever he's sneaking around, Exia, any of those flanking heroes, you don't know where they are, bam. And then it's up to you to communicate it to your team or not, right? Because nobody else but you can see it. I think this ability has a 10-second cooldown, which just spam it, right? Just spam it. Why not? Just give information to your team who's behind a wall. You can know everything, all the information. Good skill.
But use it as often as possible.
Exactly. You want to use it as often as possible and try to get through walls. So yeah, I love this ability. I don't think it's too broken in a game like this. Obviously, it's super busted in games like Apex Legends and Battle Royales, but in this game, I don't think it's that busted. Especially because your sniper can't use that information, right? So lastly, we have the ultimate. This one's crazy. Let's look at it here. We have the Grenade Rush. Look at this. It's your grenade launcher on crack. So technically what you do is you equip a second grenade launcher and you have 6 shots. So your normal grenade launcher has 3 shots. Now you have 6 that you shoot. And what you can notice here is when you shoot it, it splits up into 6 mini grenades. So it's insane. You just have these huge wide arc of AoE damage that you can do on a point or whatever.
Yeah, that is...
it's crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So you have to, I guess, use your left click and right click to shoot this. So your normal right click that you have from your main weapon actually gets disabled. So you shoot left click and right click 3 times. Yeah, it's a great ability. Fantastic for spamming a point. I mean, this is just, it's a good character.
I can tell I'm going to be upset getting hit by that.
This is a character that is... it's like Junkrat, where it's just going to be spamming most of the time. It's going to be very tilting. Obviously, if you're looking how to use it, it's going to be a great defense character on a 2CP map. If you're playing King of the Hill, it's going to be fantastic on those smaller areas, and you can just spam the zone. Yeah, this character is really good. I don't think he's going to be S tier. I don't think he's even A tier. I think he's going to be B tier in a more general sense, because I do think with projectile characters like this, he could be easily dealt with longer range heroes. So I'm going to put him at a B tier. He's very good, but still a bit situational. And I think it's going to be pretty easy to counter him with the flying characters. What do you think? How do you feel about him?
I definitely agree about that. Yeah, really just amazing siege potential. So yeah, just trying to get out of that way in general, like being just a flanker, it can be good, but like flying, like you said. But yeah, like it's just any kind of like situation that you need to just pump damage to like a choke. This is just a perfect situation for him. But yeah,
it's the perfect hero.
Definitely going to be pretty niche.
He's going to be super good on certain maps.
Super open maps. Yeah.
Yeah. He's very situational, and I think another big reason why is, he's got only 800 health. And his only, his maneuverability is not that great. It's kind of fun. It's interesting, but I think ultimately compared to other maneuvering abilities and escape abilities, this one, it's kind of mid. I wouldn't say it's terrible. I think it's kind of mid. It's fun for moving around.
Do some cool things with him for sure.
I think he's going to be a very skill-based hero and also a very low skill ceiling hero at the same time. Like, I can see a lot of people being just like Junkrat, right? Where they just spam a choke point and that's it. They don't do much else, and yet it works. And then at the other times, you're going to see people who actually know how to shoot the left click and land all the shots, and they're not spamming. They're actually just direct hitting you, right? So they're going to be able to pump damage. Because I think the skill ceiling is really there, but ultimately, do you really need the skill ceiling to play this hero? I think it's a very, very easy hero. I would recommend it to people probably who are new to the game. Just spam it, and then you're good to go. You'll hit something eventually. That's the motto of the character, I feel like, especially with the ult. They're not showing it too well, but it splits like crazy wide arc.
I will ask you this. Would you rather take this or Junkrat Tire?
I'd rather have this than Junkrat Tire. I mean, you might have the potential of living here. Possibly. Maybe. One-shotting, but with a tire. Getting one-shot always feels terrible in every game. And while you can probably one-shot someone with like a direct hit with all 6, I feel like it takes... I don't know. You could dash out of the way of this. I feel like there are a lot of things you could do in this game. The outplay potential in this game is so much higher because of the dash system. And of course, you could also fly and then probably never get hit by a single one, right? You just have to play Meth or this man right here, right? You can just transform and fly, and you could probably block a lot of the damage as well with your shield characters like Sazabi. But ultimately, I think the character's probably a B tier. That's where I'm going to put him, because he is a bit more situational. But yeah, those are the new characters. I think we're both really excited about... Me personally, I'm mostly excited about Zaku 2 and Unicorn the most. This character is pretty cool, but I don't think I will unlock him right away. He's kind of more on the bottom of my list because the unlockable characters are Exia, and Marasai, and these 3. Those are the ones we will have to work towards to unlock. And Unicorn's going to be my first one. And then probably Zaku too. Like, immediately, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, that's it for the video. Hopefully, we'll see you guys very soon on September 21st. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.